You can go to the next.
Yes. Mr. Rashid, I am curious about what your journey in your own new job right now that you're working was like. So, what were the challenges that you have faced in your current role, and how did you overcome them?
The our in our current company, the application was a little complex. So understanding the application in the beginning, it was my challenge. Because I mentioned you the three different section and three different team, and I had to I have to work with these three different teams. So, but before I work with them, I need to understand how things work, right? So to solve this issue, I set a meeting with the developers in each team, whoever is working on what part. So I personally talk to them, I go to them, I try to understand them. And even my manager also helped, because I talked to my manager that I need to understand this. He said he told me to set up a meeting with the developers, that they are developing that part of the application. So I talked to them, I try to set up meeting with them in their excuse me, in their flexible time, this way. And slowly I understood that each part of the application, how is everything is connected to each other, right? The second thing was documentation. So like everything I do here in every day, I document it. Even if I write like 1-2 line of like code or script, I document it, like from where I start, from where I end. And there was a lot of missing documents when I started, and I talked to my manager. This is the part of the area that we need to improve, and then he agreed. He also helped me to find out like some solution and gave me the solution. He also gave me the person that I can talk to, and he could give me the solution of the problem. So each time I talk to one person and I get solution, and I write it down in Confluence. Excuse me. So right now, like I have hundreds of documents in Confluence. So
Oh, wow.
those are my challenges that I face during my current job.
Oh,
I think
that's
you should share your experience, inshallah. Then, yeah, go ahead.
oh no, definitely. I had a similar issue because we can learn skills. Someone can teach us skills, but no one can teach us what the entire process will be like, especially at random different companies. That much is up to us to understand. And which is why I think it is very important, because this was my challenge too, was to very properly understand the environment and that you will be working in, like the technical infrastructure and environment that you'll be working with, and understand how all of it is functioning to keep up the applications that the company works on. You cannot even put your hands on anything or get started with any real work until you understand that. I would say that that falls under the foundational understanding of things. It is a part of the foundation. And and I now have a question to Mr. Ahmed, because I remember TS4U, like time and time again, would always tell its students that while we're learning these things, don't just learn the little deployment part, try to understand the business side, which means understanding the application, the services, to understand the big picture of the entire platform, instead of just doing hyper-focused, hands-on, or trying to do things in a way where everyone can see that you're just rushing the learning. You're just doing it for the sake of doing it, but you're not actually understanding what role your deployment or your skills play in the bigger picture. What are your thoughts on that? Am I right? Because once you enter the real job, you'll feel that pressure.
Yes. So I think that of course you guys the double checking and double confirming what we do, and that's the best, because there are reasons. We do the application development day to day. That's what we have been doing, and we wholeheartedly believe, as you said, this is not the regular job. This is not the marketing and sales job, right? That something is ready for you, you just use it and you just do something. That's not how it works. And I wholeheartedly believe, remember, what, why, when, where, advantage, disadvantage, the same model. Means do not do the hands-on, understand what. Because those will be actually goes on your brain for a long time. Technical things, referring the Kaiser, you don't need to memorize all the syntax. That's not your job. Let the machine do this. But you understand why you need that, like the syntax, why you need that the snippet code, right? When you know why, and you know where, and you know when, then you can get the technology help. But instead, if you are focusing and the only all of the hands-on, you're missing the big piece. You're missing the integration. You're missing the human communication. The chances are high that you're going to make a mistake because you cannot be expert on the entire platform. It is not the how the any company fundamentally set up the company, their business. They always do the checks and balance. You know something, you know something, he knows something. So it is the balance of the entire run the business. So for someone who is learning, again, for the training, yes, go for it, whatever you do. If you want to get a job and if you want to perform in the job the best manner, best possible way, you have to learn the big picture. You always have to learn the why it is, why I'm doing it, where I'm going to use it, what is the purpose I'm going to use it. You have to know all of this. Finally, you should come to the how. So it is a fundamentally changing your mindset to think how is coming at the very end. What, why, when, where, this should be your always the goal. Those should be on your brain always. Technical hands-on thing should not be on your around the brain. Only limited things you can do on your brain. As he mentioned, Kaiser mentioned, some of the syntax I use daily basis, I only remember them. That's it. The other things is humanly impossible and humanly never recommend that you should memorize everything, because that's the reason we are building the quantum computing, right? That computer should remember everything, not you. You should be wise, smart, that you can solve the problem. Did I answer your question?
It was a very good answer. Thank you. And I hope people take that into serious consideration, because that will catch up with you. Even if you do get a job without doing all that, when you're in the job, you'll be in deep soup if you if you skip that part. So definitely understand what you're doing, or else you cannot even if you know how to do something, you'll never be able to use that if you do not even know what or why you're doing it.
Correct. Thank you.